Dave here from Base Stencil. I want to paint the Oakland Athletics logo on the wall here, and I want to use a stencil that I can download from Base Stencil. You see that this particular stencil is made up of a white layer, that's the background, and then a yellow layer, which is the outline, and finally a dark green layer, which is the main visual layer that we're going to see when we look at the stencil. I'm going to start by painting the dark green layer, then I'll add the yellow, and I'll see if there's anything I need to do with the white. I don't think there is going to be anything, but we'll see. We'll see if there's something fun we can do there. Okay, let's get started. All right, I like this. I don't know if you saw that I placed the stencil twice, partly because it's just so close that I can't accurately place it at both ends at the same time. So I placed it at the left side first, and I got as far as I could, and it started to look a little off. So then I replaced the stencil on the right side, got a little bit closer, and finished painting it. Sometimes your stencils may warp or stretch, and you may find that you have to move the stencil a little bit from one side to the other. That won't happen if you're using 7mm Mylar stencils, but if you're using cardstock stencils and you're painting it for the second or third outing, you might notice that 2 or 3 of your stencils go a little bit out of true, but that's not a big problem. I'm going to clean up these places where you see kind of distracting bridges here, and then I'm going to come back and maybe do one more thing to this and see if I can make it a tiny bit better. Okay. Before I do anything else here, I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of this because I want to look at this and know what happened before I tried my funny experiment here. My goal here is to try a little something to make this look a little bit cooler with a little bit of outline around the bottom of this. So I'm going to mask off everything but the green and the yellow with this white layer stencil, and then I'm just going to paint a little bit below this line here and maybe a little bit around the letters to give a little bit of the effect of the fact that this is sitting in kind of a glow. Let's see if I can get this lined up better this time. Well, looking at the comparison of this one and the old one, I think that I like this one better. Your mileage may vary, but I just like to have it a little bit of highlight around those letters to make sure that the dark letters really stand out on the light surface. And in this case, it means just making the light surface a little bit lighter. And I could have done this white painting. I could have done this before I even started, but doing it this way makes sure that there's as little paint on the surface as possible. And that also means that there's less problems if the white paint and the green paint mix on the surface. So I'm pretty happy with this. This is the Oakland Athletics logo, and it's available for download as a stencil on Base Stencil. I'm pretty happy with it. So this is Dave signing off from Base Stencil.